Welcome to War Bios, the podcast where we delve into the lives of history's most fascinating military leaders. Born on July 6, 1891, in Bristol, England, William Slim was the son of John Slim, a clerk, and Charlotte Tucker. The family's modest means and strict Victorian values would instill in young William a strong sense of duty, discipline, and resourcefulness that would serve him well throughout his life. As a child, Slim spent countless hours exploring the rolling hills and verdant valleys surrounding Bristol, developing an early appreciation for the natural world and a keen sense of adventure. Slim's family lived in a cozy, semi-detached house on Redland Road in the heart of Bristol. His father worked as a clerk at the local tobacco factory, while his mother managed the household and raised their 3 children. The Slims were a close-knit family, and William was particularly close to his younger sister, Margaret. Together, they would spend hours playing games, reading books, and exploring the city. As he grew older, Slim became increasingly fascinated with the military. He spent hours poring over his father's old army manuals and listening to tales of British valor from his grandfather, a veteran of the Crimean War. In 1902, at the age of 11, Slim enrolled in the Bristol Grammar School, where he excelled in mathematics, history, and languages. His time at school was marked by a strong work ethic and a growing sense of ambition. In 1910, Slim joined the Officer Training Corps at his school, which further deepened his interest in military affairs. The OTC provided him with valuable training and experience, teaching him discipline, leadership skills, and the importance of teamwork. 2 years later, in 1912, Slim sailed to India, where he would spend several years serving with the Royal Warwickshire Regiment. Slim's time in India had a profound impact on him, exposing him to new cultures, languages, and ways of life. He developed a deep respect for the Indian people and their customs, which would serve him well in his future military career. In 1914, Slim was stationed in the Punjab, where he witnessed firsthand the complexities and challenges of maintaining order in a vast and diverse territory. The outbreak of World War I marked a significant turning point in Slim's life. He was deployed to Gallipoli in 1915, where he suffered a severe injury that would leave him with a lifelong limp. Despite this setback, Slim persevered, demonstrating an unwavering commitment to his comrades and his country. His experiences during World War I had a profound impact on him, teaching him valuable lessons about courage, sacrifice, and the importance of teamwork. His experiences in India and during World War I laid the foundation for his future success as a commander, and foreshadowed the remarkable achievements that would earn him recognition as one of the greatest generals of World War II. Slim's most notable achievements took place during the Burma campaign, where he led the 14th Army against the Japanese forces. In 1942, Slim was appointed to command the Burma Corps, which was tasked with defending the country against the invading Japanese army. Despite being vastly outnumbered and outgunned, Slim's leadership and strategic thinking helped to slow down the Japanese advance, buying precious time for the Allies to regroup and launch a counterattack. One of Slim's most significant decisions during this period was his decision to withdraw from Burma and fall back to the Indian border. This move, although seemingly defeatist, allowed him to preserve his army and regroup for a future counterattack. It also gave him the opportunity to reorganize and retrain his troops, which would ultimately prove decisive in the battles that followed. In 1944, Slim's 14th Army launched a series of attacks against the Japanese forces in Burma, using innovative tactics such as airborne assaults and amphibious landings. The campaign was marked by fierce fighting, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. However, Slim's leadership and strategic thinking ultimately paid off, as the Allies slowly but surely pushed the Japanese back. One notable example of Slim's tactical genius was his use of deception and misdirection to confuse the enemy. In the Battle of Kohima, Slim's forces pretended to retreat, luring the Japanese into a trap. As the Japanese advanced, they were ambushed by hidden Allied troops, suffering heavy losses. This clever tactic not only helped to turn the tide of the battle, but also boosted the morale of Slim's troops. Slim's relationship with his men was another key factor in his success. He was known for his approachability and empathy, often visiting the front lines to boost morale and offer words of encouragement. His commitment to the welfare of his troops earned him their loyalty and respect, which proved invaluable during the tough battles that lay ahead. As the Allies advanced deeper into Burma, Slim's forces encountered increasingly stiff resistance from the Japanese. However, through a combination of clever tactics, determined leadership, and sheer force of will, they were ultimately able to overcome the enemy and secure a series of decisive victories. The campaign in Burma was marked by numerous challenges, including treacherous terrain, limited supplies, and the ever-present threat of disease. Despite these obstacles, Slim's forces persevered, driven by their determination to defeat the Japanese and secure victory for the Allies. Slim's achievements during the Burma campaign did not go unnoticed. He was widely praised by his peers and superiors, including General Dwight D. Eisenhower, who described him as one of the finest generals of World War II. Slim's reputation as a brilliant and inspiring leader was cemented, and he would go on to play a key role in shaping the post-war British Army. His legacy continues to inspire military leaders around the world, and his name remains synonymous with courage, determination, and brilliance on the battlefield. After the war, Slim was appointed as the Commander-in-Chief of the British Army in India, where he played a key role in overseeing the country's transition to independence. In 1948, he became the Chief of the Imperial General Staff, the professional head of the British Army, and served in this position until his retirement in 1952. During his tenure as Chief of the Imperial General Staff, Slim was instrumental in modernizing the British Army and preparing it for the challenges of the Cold War. He advocated for increased investment in technology and training, recognizing that the nature of warfare was changing rapidly. Slim also played a key role in shaping the British Army's doctrine and strategy, emphasizing the importance of mobility, flexibility, and adaptability on the battlefield. One notable example of Slim's influence on the British Army during this period was his support for the development of the Royal Air Force's transport capabilities. Recognizing the importance of air power in modern warfare, Slim worked closely with the RAF to develop new transport aircraft and tactics that would enable the British Army to project power more effectively. Slim's experiences during World War II also had a profound impact on his views on leadership and strategy. He believed strongly in the importance of empowering junior officers and soldiers, giving them the freedom to take initiative and make decisions on the battlefield. Slim also emphasized the need for clear and effective communication, recognizing that this was essential for building trust and cohesion within units. In his memoirs, Defeat into Victory, Slim reflected on his time as a commander and the lessons he learned during World War II. He wrote about the importance of perseverance, adaptability, and creative thinking in the face of adversity, and how these qualities had enabled him to overcome seemingly insurmountable challenges on the battlefield. After his retirement from the British Army, Slim remained active in public life, serving as the Governor-General of Australia from 1953 to 1960. He also wrote extensively on military history and strategy, sharing his insights and experiences with a wider audience. Throughout his later life, Slim received numerous honors and accolades for his service, including being appointed a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the Bath and a Knight Grand Cross of the Order of the British Empire. He passed away on December 14, 1970, at the age of 79, leaving behind a legacy as one of the greatest generals of World War II. His leadership, strategic thinking, and personal qualities inspired countless soldiers and officers, and his legacy serves as a reminder of the importance of perseverance, adaptability, and creative thinking in the face of adversity. That's all for today's War Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, I'm General Biography reminding you to keep marching toward victory.